It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see this team's superstar wide receiver. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one, and it comes your way next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, football fans. I'm Kate Scotts, joined in the booth by my partner, Brock Hewer. And this week, Brock, got one group coming in off a win, another off that well-earned bye. Should make for a really energetic game. I'm wondering if you think one has the advantage over the other.
Well, I'd like to know how every single body feels down there, but we don't. My guess is they're all hurting a little bit because once you get past the opener, you're never quite 100%. So I typically will lean with the team coming off a win. You feel good about yourself.
Lucky Week 13 is underway. Everyone hoping for some good fortune as we enter the home stretch. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And we'll get a look at their signal caller playing in his 7th season.
Last week was the ideal showing for him and really allowed his offense to feed off of him. He elevated everybody around him. Just got to look at his stat line to see how well he was throwing the ball. 300-plus yard game, several touchdowns, tremendous efficiency.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Play action on first down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 37. Continuing to move past the 45. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Searches from... And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Dropping back to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll run here on first down. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Back to throw now. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And we'll get a look at a man who's been around the block quite a few times now in the NFL.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
Running back sent in motion. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Ball at the 33 for first down. They'll try and throw it here. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one doesn't go far. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Slot man in motion right. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Taking a big shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown! These guys start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Our home team, nothing.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Sims now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The home teams and their running back about to get back to work. And he's played a major impact in their passing game, too. Look at this. We're near the end of the season, and he's leading all NFL backs in receiving yards. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 29. He'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
Here's a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
6-yard loss.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be their football. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Off a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few bluebirds.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. They'll throw it. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. So out now comes the punter. And this will be his first effort of the contest. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. The home teams ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They kick the running back in motion. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. 65 yards on the punt there. And they're going to take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Looking slant route complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Motioning him from the slot right. 2nd and 4. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
From the gun on 3rd down. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. And 4th and 4 coming up. They'll bring out the punter here. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Now this offense getting set to work here. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's 2nd and 5. Complete over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 7-0 is our score. More from this one right after this. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
The give now out of the shotgun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll give him a 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he's tackled for no gain.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
Broke through the tackle. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He has the first over the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
They'll hand it to him again. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Looking for a throw here. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys tie this game 7-7. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Returnable from the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting 2nd right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Cut out left. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll give him a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Pass play on 1st and 10. He's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd and 3 now. Back to throw. Finds the in route complete. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Completed to his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. That's the 2-minute warning in what has been a defensive battle. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Short pass brought in. And he gets this forward to the 19.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Catch made over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. Running back sent in motion left. They are throwing it again. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Throwing it again here. Cut near the goal line. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. He'll throw it yet again. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
He brings it in. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Before the snap on 3rd and 2, they call time. Handoff now, running right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. The 12-year vet strikes true. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
They'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. All right, some adjustments in store, no doubt about that. They're headed to the locker room trailing as he kneels to end this first half. So we've reached halftime. Only a field goal game so far. As we send things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it.
No need for halftime. We'll just keep it right here and get started with the 3rd quarter. The story is halfway told. Let's see what the back half has in store as we get started in the 3rd quarter. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run the counter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that gives them the first. They're throwing it. Completed over the middle. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing on 3rd and long. That one's complete over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. He's caught a touchdown in this game, as we see now where that helps land him among the NFL's leaders in that category. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Takes off right out of the read option. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. They bring a tight end in motion right. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. This offense making its way back out now. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every 1st down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing from the gun here. Hits him on the in route. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Hits his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Now looking to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
From the 46. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Punting unit out now. And they could really use a good one here. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he can't hurt you with a return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? So this one flies out right around the 15-yard line. The offense getting set to go. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. To throw here on first down. Finds him on the crossing route. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. On first down, they'll run. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 41. Finds a man right side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He's going to throw this one. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From midfield now. This is reeled in by Jackson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's just a field goal game right now as we get set for our final quarter. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Plowing up the middle. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Pass play coming here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Finds his back complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing from the gun. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Makes it
Now a give left side. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Back to the well again. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. 7 yards on the run. That's going to make this 4th down call a whole lot more interesting.
It's 4th down.
So now the field goal unit runs on in a very big spot. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
After I'd imagine dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Their offense running back out now. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Throwing now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the 30 on 2nd down. This one's knocked away, so that's incomplete, and now we've got a flag down. This may be against the offense as well. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Running it after the penalty. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 4 yards does get him back to even, partner, but they're left with 3rd and 10 now. He'll look to throw. They get to him and bring him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
They're out now, ready to punt it. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. He fields it at his 43. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they'll have a short field in front of them as they take over. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They kick the running back in motion. Completed to his running back. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back, I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Play action on 1st down. On target to Jackson. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Cut out left. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but...
And he runs this one in for the touchdown! So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this, slow to and then explode through. and that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year is over. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. From the 36. And that throw just too high for him. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. So now they have 3rd and short. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. Bouncing football, but it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be a 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got a man left. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's a give up the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. These guys losing by 7. 3rd and just 2 to go. Looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They're set up at the 35 now. He'll look to throw it. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. Here he is to throw. Caught by his back. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. Setting up to pass. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they got there in time. He's taken down. So before they try it on 3rd and inches, a timeout's called. Throwing now. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for them. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
This offense ready to get going again now. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.